I'm Meg Weston, Assistant Curator here at Riverviews Artspace, and by now I hope you've checked out our online catalog of the exhibitions on our website. But I'm here today to give you a little spotlight of the artists in our main gallery. Travis Childers finds inspiration in everyday objects and actions with a sense of humor. These three staplers are the best example of this, one covered in modeling terrain, one serving as a cliff for miniature trees, and one equipped with push pins along the top where you would press down. Three cannot be used for their intended purpose, but invite us to see objects that we use in a new way. John Morgan, one of the few local artists in the show, included several found object pieces in a series called Got a Match, which start with a vintage matchbook. A few of them call back to art history, including Marcel Duchamp's fountain, or you might think of a ready-made urinal, and René Magritte's The Treachery of Images, and you might think, this is not a pipe. Anne Chenoweth has shared her Empty Nest series in our exhibit. This series of oil paintings are responses to life events and notes that, just as there is no prioritizing life's events, there is no particular sequence within the group. Her imagery is detailed and her colors vibrant, which make each painting catch your eye. KS is a local artist that operates the studio beneath Jefferson Street in the space below our gallery. This piece, It Takes Time, Arranging Space, is particularly great since it is an antique printer's tray, originally used to hold letterpress, letters, and stamps. And it is meticulously curated of artist-made figures and found objects. It is a 3D collage that plays well with the two collages also by KS. Todd Webb is a Virginia-based illustrator. His book, Chance Operations, is an experimental comic book where he flipped coins and asked yes or no questions to determine words, images, and colors for each strip. The book was previously on display at the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art in 2018. His illustrations are usually witty and simple, but leave you thinking and hitting you with nostalgia. Michael Holt out of DC also uses nostalgia in his work. We have 11 pieces on display that are a variety of excavated magazines. Holt expertly cuts layer by layer to reveal elements on pages and builds a landscape with each magazine. From National Geographic to Mad to Esquire to Playboy, these magazines center on how we may not be living the American dream, although the media continues to feed it to us. Kim Clark is a local ceramic artist who also holds a studio below our gallery. Her whimsical fairies and exotic woodland creatures are cheerful yet mischievous. Set up in groups, they seem to be gossiping or buzzing about our gallery. She successfully captured the spirit of these beings. Jody MacDonald is a New York artist who explores identity in much of her artwork. She is a meticulous fabric artist using hand and machine sewing to create playful personalities that harbor a sometimes darker narrative and critique an underlying theme of consumption and societal norms. Laura Ferris is a local printmaker and painter who has been a part of the Riverviews community for many, many years. She has artwork in this exhibit on Scratchboard, which is a panel covered in ink where the artist makes their marks by scratching and scraping through the layer underneath. Aggie Zed is a ceramic artist whose work features mostly human-animal hybrids in constructs she calls scrap floats. These figures are delicate yet animated, operating their wire and metal mechanisms. They have visual weight, but during install, we were surprised by the actual weight of some pieces. Be sure to check out our social media and riverviews.net to see the full catalog of this exhibition, as well as our Emerging Artists series and Suzanne Paddock's Women's Portrait Project.